leave it all behind you. I said, take down everything that stands in your way. Don't stop believing it'll work out again, my friend. Stand out and be a part of everything good. Wake up, you're gonna be all that you should. Try out all the things you've always wanted to be. You'll see, 'cause I know what I know, that you've got it in you, and I see that you are a winner.
Hey, I kind of wanted to make a video and speak directly to young people, you know, junior high, high school, maybe even younger than junior high. I hope not, but it's possible that somebody even younger than junior high could be in a really bad place right now. I was thinking the other day, if I could go back and talk to myself when I was, you know, going through a lot of bad stuff, what would I say to myself? What would have maybe helped for me to know back then what I know now? You know, all the problems that you go through seem so overwhelming and impossible and huge. And you try to tell people about your problems and they're just like, what do you know about life? You're just a kid. How can your problems be? You think that's a big deal? Wait till you're an adult. Wait till you find out what real problems feel like. You know, it's like they diminish or put down what is really important to you, what is destroying you. You know, it's really, really hugely important, and it's causing you misery, and you don't think you can go on, and you try to go to some adult and say, help, you know, what do I do? And they just like, what? Just tough it out, kid. You just tough it out. You don't even begin to know what a problem really is until you get older. So you're left feeling like there's nobody, there's no support, there's nothing to turn to. I think a lot of religions target young people because they're counting on you, desperately needing something to turn to hold on to help you get through. That's how they get you when you're young. That's how the religions get young people. You know, problems are horrible. It doesn't matter how old you are. You know, if it's making you miserable, if it's something where you don't even want to get out of bed in the morning because it's just so horrible. You know, you want to face people at school. You don't want to face going through what you went through yesterday and the day before and the day before. You just can't take another day. Maybe there's some bully in the school. Maybe there's somebody who's super popular and everybody wants to be friends with that person, and the only way they can be friends is hate whoever that person hates. And that person just happens to hate you. Or maybe for whatever reason you've been singled out as, you know, you're just not good enough for whatever reason. You don't fit in. Maybe you wear hand-me-downs. You know, maybe you only have one parent. Maybe you have two parents that are the same sex. Maybe you come from a divorced family and you don't get to see your dad all the time or your mom all the time. Or maybe you're like me and you only grew up with one parent because one of them died. So for whatever reason, you've been singled out. You're the oddball. You're the one that doesn't quite fit. And just like a flock of birds, they attack whatever's different. They just attack it. They want to drive it out. They want to destroy it. And every day you have to face that. Every day you have to try to hold your head up, pretend it isn't happening. Sometimes it just gets really old, and it gets really hard. And kids get depression too. Kids get depression. Kids get anxiety. You know, they get panic attacks. Just everything, all the bad things that adults get when they're having troubles, kids do too. And it's just so much more overwhelming for kids because so many times Oh, well, they think like the rest of the world treats it like it's not that big of a deal because you're just a kid. What do you know? All I can say, I went through it. I went through the whole thing. I had gangs of kids beat me up. I had rocks thrown at me. I had my best friend in the world in grade school turn to me and at the start of junior high school and said, I want to be popular and I can't be popular if I stay friends with you. And so she wasn't my friend anymore because she wanted to be popular. That was more important to her than loyalty or the friendship we had had for years. So yeah, I know what it's like. And there were so many times that I wanted to die, that I just wanted to die, that I wanted to kill myself as a kid. I ran away from home a lot. I just wanted to get away. I wanted to stop. But I managed to hang in. And you can too. There are times when you feel like nobody's going to notice you nobody's going to care too much if you die. Nobody's going to miss you. Who are you letting down? Nobody will care. You start to feel that way. You feel like nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to miss me. I don't have any value. I don't matter. Who's counting on me? I'm just a kid. Why do I even bother staying in the world? You start to feel that way. Were you the same person? Are you the same person now as when you were 5 or 8? Are you the same person? Or are you a different person now? Do you have interests now that you didn't have 5 years ago? Do you have different dreams? Do you see yourself differently now than you did when you were, 8 years old? Of course you do. Because you change. You continue to grow and you continue to change and you it's like you're on a journey. You move on, you leave the old you behind, you grow, you develop, you become somebody else. There's still pieces of the kid in you. You'll never lose that, but you're going to constantly change and grow and become a different version of yourself. So when you think that nobody's counting on you, you're wrong. That 20-year-old version of yourself, with all his or her hopes and dreams and goals and potential, is counting on you right now to get through. The 25-year-old version of you and the 30-year-old version of you, somebody's mom or dad, somebody's wife or husband, somebody's significant other, somebody's best friend in the whole world. If you don't exist, that person loses that best friend and all the wonderful things that person would have enjoyed having, getting to know this best friend. You're depriving some people in the future of the chance to know you. You're depriving those people that are a later version of yourself the chance to even exist at all, to get to be there, to get to see their children grow up, to see their children graduate, get married, have children of their own, all the different versions of you and all the exciting trips you might have gone on, all the, seeing the world you might have done, all the hiking and adventures, all the lessons you will learn in your life, all the victories, all the things you will conquer in your life, all the successes, everything that goes with life. This is all ahead of you. And this is all stuff that later versions of yourself are waiting to have happen to them. And none of it will happen. They won't even happen. They won't even get to exist if you don't tough it out, if you don't hang on. Eventually, all these people in your life now aren't even going to be there. These people that are so important to you now, that so-and-so likes you, that you fit in with such and such group, 10 years from now, You're not even going to know these people. You're not even going to care about these people anymore. It's going to be a distant memory. You're going to have different friends, different places, different everything. Different way of looking at yourself. You're going to look different. You're going to dress different. You're going to, you know, what your life is about will be completely different than all this right now. This right now that seems so important. 10 years from now, it'll be a distant memory. And it's up to you to tough it out. Because these people, these versions of yourself in the future are counting on you to tough it out. Their very existence depends on you toughing it out. Giving them a chance to be on the world. And when I say them, I mean you. Your future. You at 20, you at 30, you at 40, you at 50, all the different versions of yourself that you will grow to become won't happen if you give it up. If you say, you know what, I can't take it anymore, I'm just gonna roll over and die. Yeah, you will make the pain go away, but you will make all the potential, all the possibilities, all the dreams, all the versions of yourself, and all the lives that you might touch and change just by existing. You'll make all that go away by giving up. You can see yourself as a you know, if you ever see how a sword is made, a fine weapon is hammered and heated, and it goes through a lot of abuse, but it comes out stronger from it. Look at these people that seem to have everything, that have all the friends, are popular, have no problems, or at least so it seems to you. How are they going to get through life later? Because they haven't gone through the battles that you have gone through. Maybe in the future, they'll have a little more trouble when times get tough than you will. Because you will have learned young how to persevere and hold on and fight and keep fighting and not give up. Because you know what? You're worth it. You matter. And the future you matters. All the different versions. You don't even begin to know what you can do with your life, or the lives you can touch, or the people you can change or make a difference for just by existing and giving yourself that chance. So don't give up. Maybe you see other people committing suicide that are your age and you think, well, that's a cool thing to do. It's not cool. It's a tragic loss. It's a loss of so much. Don't be like them. Be tough. Be strong. If you can possibly get help, please do, because you're worth it. But if you can't get help, don't forget that what you are facing now will pass. You will grow beyond it. And these people that matter so much, that seem to be such a big deal right now, in the big picture, they are nothing. They're nothing. They matter not at all. You're not even going to care 10 years from now. It'll be a distant memory. You might not even remember it at all in 10 years. So is it worth giving up all your potential and all the things that may be down the road just because of these nothings that are troubling you now? No, it's not worth it. And you are worth giving yourself the chance. So that's my word of advice to young people who are sad, who are overwhelmed, who are thinking that they can never get past it, they can never bear another day of it. You can. You can. Try really hard to think about other things. Try really hard to find the things that make you happy. And try really hard to find things that don't require other people to make you happy. You yourself can make yourself happy. Find things that do make you happy and focus on that. And try your hardest not to focus on these things that you can't change anyway. You can't change these people. No, you can't make a bully like you. You can't make a bitch or a whatever. There's so many evil people in the world. So many people that are just cruel and mean. And that's how they make themselves feel strong and better and superior. They put down other people. They belittle people to make themselves seem bigger. You can't change those people. You can't do anything about them. But you can try very, very hard not to let them get to you, to avoid them, to focus on the things that you can change and that make you happy. You know? So that's it. I have to keep this video short so people won't be turned off by the length. If you've been watching, thank you. And really, if you're in that kind of a place, hang in there. Hang in there for you, for your sake, and for the sake of yourself in 10 years and 20 years and 30 years. All the different versions of you deserve a chance to live, and it's all up to you.
I am absolutely convinced that the main source of hatred in the world is religion. And I think it should be religion treated with ridicule and hatred and contempt.